You think you belong here, rookie? The commander's voice cut like a blade, sharp enough to silence the entire range. Every operator froze mid-drill eyes, snapping toward the lone woman standing firm with her rifle. This wasn't some friendly welcome. It was open humiliation staged for everyone to see. Maya Williams didn't flinch. Her weapon rested steady against her shoulder, her gaze locked on the man striding toward her. Commander Morrison, a legend in the unit, a man who believed no woman should ever wear the title of sniper among SEALs. Around them, 24 of the Navy's best had stopped to watch, expecting another takedown of the newcomer who had only been in their unit 3 days. Morrison ripped the rifle from her hands and barked his challenge. 12 moving targets, 5 minutes. Wind whipping across the range. The best time on record was nearly 9 minutes. He smirked loud enough for everyone to hear. Think you can handle that, princess? Or are you just here to look pretty? He tossed the rifle back. Careless, disrespectful. But Maya caught it in one motion, fluid, practiced, unshaken. Her quiet words barely rose above the wind. I'll try, sir. What no one on that range knew, not Morrison, not the men staring with folded arms, not even the younger recruits whispering behind their hands, was that in less than 20 minutes, every prejudice, every doubt, every cruel laugh would be shattered. And this is where her story truly begins. Before I take you deeper, let me ask you, have you ever misjudged someone only to discover they were far more extraordinary than you imagined? Share your thoughts in the comments. And if stories like this move you, stories of veterans of resilience, of underestimated heroes proving the world wrong, then subscribe to BR Veteran Stories now so you won't miss the moments that change everything. That morning had started like any other at Naval Special Warfare Command. At 0600, Maya arrived with her orders in one hand, her old gear bag in the other. The guard at the gate stared twice at her papers. Women in support roles weren't unusual, but a woman sniper assigned directly to a SEAL team, almost unheard of. When she stepped into the team room, Morrison was already there, towering over his men as he briefed them. The second she walked in, the air shifted. Professional silence turned into mocking stares. With fake cheer, Morrison introduced her. Gentlemen, meet our new sniper support specialist. Looks like the brass cares more about diversity than combat effectiveness. Laughter cut through her like shrapnel, but Maya didn't react. She chose an empty chair, silent, steady. She'd learned the hard way that responding only gave bullies more power. Master Chief Rodriguez, standing in the back, noticed something different. The way she carried herself, the calm in her steps, the quiet strength in her eyes, it reminded him of someone he once knew. Someone from a mission long buried. When the briefing ended, Morrison made sure she was pushed to the farthest shooting lane. Don't get in the way of real operators, he sneered. Maybe practice your breathing exercises or whatever they taught you at school. Maya only nodded, collected her rounds, and went to work. But Rodriguez kept watching. Every movement, every habit triggered a memory he couldn't quite place. The range at Dam Neck stretched wide, filled with drills and gunfire. Morrison kept circling back to Maya, waiting for her first mistake. But when she finished the qualification course, her shots were perfect, tight groups, textbook precision. Instead of impressed, Morrison grew darker. He tried to sabotage her. He handed her a rifle with a scope that wasn't even zeroed. Most shooters would miss every round. Maya studied it for a moment, made small adjustments by instinct, then hit 10 straight shots at 600 meters. The wind was strong enough to throw anyone off, but she read it without looking at flags, as if she could see the air itself. Beginner's luck, Morrison muttered, but Rodriguez saw the cracks forming. He noticed everything. The careful way she cleaned her rifle, the small notebook filled with calculations, the battered watch on her wrist engraved with initials MW forever watching. It all matched memories from years ago. A Marine sniper he once knew who had died saving SEAL lives in Afghanistan. And as Maya kept passing every test, moving targets, long-distance drills, stress shoots under pressure, some of the younger SEALs began whispering, "She's not missing, not even close." Morrison wasn't finished. He announced the ultimate test, a course designed to break even the best shooters. 12 moving targets, distances from 300 to 1,000 meters. Each target would appear for only 3 seconds at random while the coastal wind tore across the range. No one had ever finished in less than 8 minutes. Ladies first, Morrison sneered. Show us what your diversity training taught you. The SEALs gathered in a semicircle, curiosity turning into tension. Even operators from other teams drifted over to watch. Maya walked calmly to the firing line. No fear, no hesitation. She checked the wind the old-fashioned way, wetting her finger, reading the air like a map. She jotted down a few notes, then settled behind her rifle with flawless form. The countdown began. Silence fell. When the first target appeared at 750 meters, she fired instantly. One shot, one hit. The crowd leaned forward. Morrison's smirk faltered. Then came the second, the third, the fourth. Each target dropped in perfect rhythm. Crack, reload, crack. She didn't hesitate, didn't miss. By the sixth shot, a near-impossible 1,000-meter moving target in heavy wind, even Morrison's loyal men were whispering in disbelief. Shot after shot, Maya kept going. 7, 8, 9. Each target fell as if it had no chance. Her rifle moved like an extension of her body, every calculation already done in her mind. By now, the entire crowd was silent. It wasn't mockery anymore. It was awe. Then came target 10, the hardest yet. A sudden gust of wind sent the range flags horizontal. Any normal shooter would have waited. Maya didn't. She adjusted instantly and fired. Center hit. The impossible shot. Whispers spread. Even Morrison's supporters were stunned. Target 11 dropped the same way. Then came the last one, the final challenge. Maximum distance, moving unpredictably, stopping, starting, darting side to side. It was the kind of target meant to break confidence. Maya tracked it calm and steady. The wind picked up again. She fired. 2 long seconds passed as the bullet traveled. Then the target dropped perfect center mass. The buzzer sounded. The range officer shouted the time, 4 minutes, 17 seconds. A new record. Silence. Morrison's face shifted from red to pale gray. Around him, SEALs who once mocked Maya now stared with open respect. And then a black SUV pulled up. A general stepped out, his stars gleaming. General Thompson. His eyes locked on Maya the moment he arrived. He knew her. He walked straight past Morrison, straight to her. His voice was low, but the weight of it silenced everyone. Sergeant Williams, I should have recognized you. You're the image of your father. The crowd froze. Her father's name followed Master Gunnery Sergeant Michael Ghost Williams, a legend, a Marine sniper who saved 8 SEALs in Afghanistan before giving his life. The revelation hit like an explosion. The name landed like a thunderclap. Every SEAL there knew it. Michael Ghost Williams wasn't just a Marine sniper. He was legend. He'd held off more than 50 Taliban fighters in Afghanistan, buying time for 8 trapped SEALs to escape. He fired until his last bullet, saving their lives before being overrun. Rodriguez stepped forward, voice thick with emotion. I was one of those 8. Michael saved me. He saved all of us. He turned to Maya. I tried to find you after the funeral. Your mother had passed and you disappeared into the system. I made him a promise and I failed. For the first time, Maya's calm broke. Tears filled her eyes. You didn't fail, Master Chief. I didn't want to be found. I was angry at Dad for dying, at the military, at the world for moving on. I hid in foster care, but I couldn't stay away forever. Shooting was the only way I felt close to him. The SEALs pressed in, listening to every word. Morrison stood frozen, his face drained as the truth sank in. Maya explained how she'd aged out of foster care, enlisted in the Marines the very next day, and finished Scout Sniper School at the top of her class. She broke records her father once held, but she never wanted fame. She only wanted to serve. General Thompson nodded. Your instructors sent me your scores. You didn't just pass, you shattered records. Just like your father. What we witness today isn't just skill, it's the continuation of a legacy. And then another shock. Morrison's voice cracked as he admitted, one of those 8 SEALs your father saved was my brother. Danny Morrison. Gasps rippled through the crowd. Maya turned her eyes, burning into him. She recited details about Danny from her father's letters, his wife, his children, his stories about his older brother. Morrison staggered, dropped to his knees, overcome with guilt. 13 years of bitterness collapsed into tears. I've treated you like nothing when your father gave my brother back to his family. I don't deserve your forgiveness. Maya knelt beside him, placed a hand on his shoulder. Her words were steady. My father would say you were protecting your team the only way you knew how. He'd respect that, even if you were wrong. For the first time that day, Morrison had no fight left, only humility. Morrison rose slowly, still shaken. His voice was rough. I don't deserve forgiveness. What I said, what I did. Maya looked him straight in the eye. A famous name doesn't make me worthy of serving with SEALs. Only my actions can. Respect is earned, not inherited. Rodriguez spoke up, breaking the silence. What you showed today was convincing enough. I've only seen that level of shooting once before from your father. His voice softened. You've got his gift, Maya. The question is, what will you do with it? General Thompson had been conferring quietly with his aide, then turned back. Sergeant Williams, your orders list you as sniper support, but I can change that. DevGru is creating a new sniper cadre. We need instructors who can pass on mastery, not just demonstrate it. Your father was one of the best teachers the Corps ever had. Based on today, you've inherited more than just his aim. The SEALs leaned in. This was history unfolding. Maya stood silent, weighing it. Teaching meant stepping out of the shadows, embracing her father's legacy openly. It meant giving back, but also living in his shadow forever. Before she could answer, Morrison surprised everyone. His voice was steady now, transformed. With respect, Sir Sergeant Williams belongs on an operational team. Combat is where skills like hers save lives. SEAL Team 3 would be honored to have her as our lead sniper. The same man who had mocked her hours ago was now fighting to keep her. It stunned the entire unit. Thompson smiled slightly. Then maybe there's a third option. Operational duty with Team 3 plus instructor responsibilities. The best of both worlds. Maya nodded, her voice clear. I accept, sir. Both roles. But I have one condition. What happened this morning, the hazing, the insults, it ends now. Not just for me, but for anyone who comes after. My father believed the teams were better than that. Morrison straightened his voice, carrying across the range. You have my word. From this moment, every operator is judged only on performance. Gender, race, background, none of it matters. Only skill. The sun climbed higher as the tension finally eased. The SEALs slowly drifted back toward training, but nothing felt the same. What they had witnessed would be remembered. Rodriguez stepped closer to Maya one last time. His words were quiet but firm. Your father would be proud, not just of your shooting, but of your grace, your strength, and your forgiveness. That's what made Michael special too. Maya touched the scratched watch on her wrist, the one engraved, "Forever Watching." Her voice was steady. He taught me that the best shooters aren't the ones who never miss. They're the ones who know when not to shoot at all. Today wasn't about beating anyone. It was about earning the right to stand among you. Rodriguez gave a rare smile. Mission accomplished, Sergeant. Welcome to the teams. Months later, the story of that morning spread quietly across the special operations community. Some clips surfaced, despite Chen's efforts to keep them sealed. But the true impact wasn't in rumors or videos, it was in changed lives. Operators began judging each other by skill, not prejudice. Young women looked at Maya and dared to believe they could serve too. Sniper training evolved, blending her father's wisdom with her innovations. Her students didn't just learn to shoot, they learned to think, to adapt, to see the battlefield as a living puzzle. Maya deployed twice with SEAL Team 3, leading the sniper element through missions that saved countless lives. She earned a Silver Star for classified actions. Between deployments, she trained the next generation, reshaping how snipers were prepared for war. And Morrison, the man who once mocked her, became her strongest supporter. He carried a photo of his brother Danny on his desk, a daily reminder of the Marine sniper who had once saved him and the daughter who carried that legacy forward. He became an advocate for judging warriors by ability, not labels. At Dam Neck, a small plaque appeared on the range where it all happened. Simple words: excellence has no gender, no race, no background. Only skill matters here. Most visitors overlooked it, but for those who knew, it marked the day Maya Williams changed not just one commander, but the culture of a community. On quiet mornings, Maya sometimes trained alone. Her shots echoed with perfect rhythm, each one a tribute to her father. And in those still moments, touching the watch on her wrist, she could almost feel him beside her. The underestimated sniper who dropped 12 targets in record time hadn't just proven her skill. She'd broken barriers that stood for generations. Every shot she fired that day was more than a bullet. It was a statement. That skill speaks louder than prejudice. That legacy can flow through daughters as powerfully as sons. The targets fell in 4 minutes and 17 seconds, but the impact would last forever. Maya Williams had entered that range as an outsider mocked and dismissed, but she left it as something far greater. A warrior who proved that skill and courage transcend every barrier. She never asked for glory. She never wanted fame. All she wanted was the chance to serve, to carry on her father's legacy with honor. And she did not just with bullets, but with the way she carried herself, the way she forgave, the way she inspired others to see beyond prejudice. The record she set that day was impressive. But what truly mattered was the culture she helped reshape. The next generation of operators would be judged not by gender, race, or background, only by their ability to perform. And long after the echoes of gunfire faded, her story remained. A reminder that true strength isn't about never being doubted, it's about facing doubt head-on and proving it wrong with undeniable action. Because in the end, every shot she fired was more than precision. It was history. Now, I want to hear from you. Have you ever been underestimated only to prove people wrong? Share your story in the comments. And if you believe in honoring the legacies of veterans and telling stories of courage and resilience like Maya's, make sure you subscribe to BR Veteran Stories. New stories are coming and you won't want to miss them.